Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about something, well, kind of magical. We're looking at two really unique berries, the ruby berry and the sapphire berry, and how they team up to create this incredible mix of flavor and nutrition. But first, I have a question for you that sounds like it's straight out of a fantasy story. Okay, so what if I told you that you could bite into a super sour tart lemon and it would taste just like sweet, delicious candy? I know, it sounds completely impossible, right?
But what if I told you that you could do it without adding a single grain of sugar? Now, this isn't some kind of magic trick. It's actually biochemistry, and it's all thanks to the secret power of our first berry. So let's meet the first hero of our story, the ruby berry. You might have heard of it as the miracle berry, and honestly, it's for a very good reason. This little thing is a total taste wizard. The secret sauce is a special protein called merculin. So when you eat a ruby berry, this glycoprotein basically just coats your taste receptors, and for the next half hour or so, it completely hijacks your perception, making anything sour taste ridiculously sweet. And get this, the berry that performs this amazing sweetening trick has less than 5 calories. Yep, you heard that right. All of that sweet taste you experience comes with practically 0 caloric cost. It's pretty wild. But it's not just a cool party trick. The ruby berry actually packs a serious nutritional punch. Just look at this chart. It shows you its antioxidant potential. And yeah, it's got a decent amount of vitamin C, but check out the phenolic content. It's way, way higher. That suggests this berry is an absolute powerhouse of antioxidants. Okay, now it's time to meet our second hero, the sapphire berry. It's this beautiful-looking fruit that also happens to be a true nutrient powerhouse. The sapphire berry, which also goes by Asiatic sweetleaf, is mostly known for being an ornamental plant because of its incredible, vibrant blue color. But you know, it's so much more than just a pretty face. The fruit is totally edible once you cook it, and it's been used for a long time to make things like jams and sauces. And we're not talking about some rare, hard-to-find thing here. A single mature tree can give you up to 20 kilograms of fruit. That is a massive harvest from just one plant. Now, this is where things get really interesting. When you actually break down what the sapphire berry is made of, you find something pretty remarkable. About 36% of the entire fruit is oil. For a berry, that is an unbelievably high oil content. So, okay, it's got a ton of oil, but what kind of oil are we talking about? Well, that's the crucial part. Nearly 80% of it is made up of unsaturated fatty acids. Yep, the good kind, the ones that are linked to promoting heart health. So we've got a taste-altering wizard and a nutrient-dense powerhouse. What happens when they actually team up? Let's take a look at this incredible combination in action. Here's a super simple, practical way to see it work. First, you eat a ruby berry. Once that effect kicks in, you take a sip of what would normally be a really tart, unsweetened raspberry lemonade. And just like that, your brain registers it as a perfectly sweet drink, all without a single gram of added sugar.
And the potential uses are so creative. You could make a sapphire berry jam with, say, half the sugar, because the ruby berry will make it taste sweeter anyway. You can make sweet salad dressings from straight vinegar. It can even be used to help chemotherapy patients who have taste distortion, which can improve their appetite and nutrition.
Now, as amazing as all this sounds, it's really important to take a step back and ground ourselves in reality for a second. So let's take a quick, honest look at the practical side of things. Safety, sourcing, and what the science actually says. So just a few things to keep in mind. While that taste-altering effect is totally real and well documented, we do need more long-term clinical studies on the other health benefits. Also, sourcing them can be a little tricky. You can find ruby berry products online, but sapphire berries are definitely harder to get your hands on. And of course, like with any food, be aware of potential allergies and always check with your doctor first if you're undergoing any kind of medical treatment. So with all of that said, what's the best way to think about these berries? Really, you should see them as these powerful and innovative new tools you can have in your kitchen. This quote really just nails it. The whole point isn't that these are miracle cures that are going to solve all our problems. The idea is that they are unique, fascinating tools that can empower you to make healthier, more creative choices with your food. So it all comes down to this perfect partnership, right? On one side, you've got the ruby berry's gift, that incredible ability to change how you perceive taste and help you cut way back on sugar. And on the other side, you've got the sapphire berries gift, a fruit just loaded with nutritional benefits, especially those healthy fats. And that really brings us to our final thought. These berries just offer a totally new way to think about flavor and nutrition. They open up this whole world of possibilities for lower sugar recipes that don't have to sacrifice taste. So the final question is for you. Now that you know their secrets, what healthy creations could you transform?